Tim, should we tell the listeners how to join the Golfweek Amateur Tour?
Yes, of course. We should probably do it now before we forget, though.
I agree. It's simple. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership.
Thanks, Chris. Membership for 2024 is open, so register today to join the oldest, largest, and best amateur tour in the country.
And remember, this podcast can be found on all the major platforms. So make sure you like, download, and share it with all your friends and family.
Chris, that's a great idea. Now, on to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Golfweek Amateur Tour, the podcast. Talking about all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, including interviews with tour directors, players, and course pros. Now, here are your hosts, Atlanta Tour Director Tim Newman and El Paso Las Cruces Director Chris Rocha.
Chris, we've got 2024 National Championship is over. We're getting ready to interview all these winners.
Yep.
You had a really good week. You didn't win National Championship, but you won the Directors Cup.
Yep.
You accomplished some goals that you wanted to accomplish. I think I think you won some money, and I'm not sure if I should get a cut of that money or not. But
My agent.
You won some money, and I hope that you learned something from that whole piece, and especially what I was trying to tell you, the other night when we were talking. You came down here to win the national championship. Don't worry about what other people are doing.
Right.
Worry about you. Play your game, and things will take care of themselves. And they did. You didn't win, but you played really well.
No, I agree. And that actually came into effect today when I started realizing I can only control what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I started off with, I think 4 or 5 straight bogeys.
Okay.
And went on a 7-hole par run. And had a slip up on the next hole, took a double.
Mm-hmm.
But I went and, ran to the cart, looked at the leaderboard because it hasn't updated yet. And I was 4th place, which is crazy to even think about. And you know me, we've talked about it. I'm not a scoreboard leader, but I wanted to see with these 7 pars where it got me.
Mm-hmm.
And just me playing my game and let everybody else fall.
Right.
Out there today, bogeys were pars and pars were birdies.
Exactly.
So it really helped out and, came down clutch. Directors Cup first year, it was one of my goals, and came down to a playoff here on hole 18 and stuck it to 3 feet maybe. Missed the birdie putt, tapped in the par, and still secured the victory. But, it was great to hit that shot from 105 yards.
Yep.
And we had a gallery out there of directors watching.
I'm sure.
So that was cool to hear them cheer and go crazy. And then Cephas over here, don't 3-putt. We don't want to see a 3-putt. It's like, dude, really? But, no, it was a fun week. Played really good. And I'm happy with the way I played.
I'm proud of you. I really am.
It's like next year. You've got to be our first slave.
We're working on that. So we've got 5 winners coming in. There was some really good scores today.
Yes.
Across. We overall for the weekend, I think scores were generally high. The weather was nice. It was a little windy. Friday and Saturday. Today's a little bit calmer, so scores came down a little bit. But some of the winners. Somebody shot 1 under at Atlantic Dunes. No, even par. I think it was even par at Atlantic Dunes.
That's solid.
On Friday. Come on, dude.
Right. That's solid.
Come on now.
He was
and everybody
going darts.
Everybody else was the next closest one that was +6.
Right. That's a solid player right there.
Solid. Across all the flights, there were some really good scores throughout the weekend. Whether they were one-offs here or there.
Right.
But again, Friday and Saturday, winds were up, scores were generally a little bit higher. Today was better. So scores were a little bit lower. Scores were a little bit lower, but I'm looking forward to talking to all of our champions.
For sure.
So let's get into it and see how they did.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the 2024 Golfweek Amateur Tour National Championship. We're at the Hills Course in Palmetto Dunes, and we have our first national champion of the year with us, Chris. Which we understand that there are 5 flights, but champ is one that everybody really looks at. They're the ones that really set the tone for the entire tour. And this weekend,
he set the tone.
He really set the tone. So let's welcome Bryce Benson from the Dallas Tour. Bryce, congratulations and welcome, bud.
Thank you.
Let's start off with Atlantic Dunes. They're the 2 toughest courses we play are the Hills course where we're sitting at right now, and Atlantic Dunes. And Atlantic Dunes is way tougher than the Hills course. And you played there Friday. The winds were up. The greens were very fast, and you smoked the field. You shot 1 over 73. Closest score to you was 5 strokes back as 78. I'm looking at your card. You had 4 bogeys, 3 birdies.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it, bud. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked I'm shocked that it was a 73, and then
with weather conditions,
and everybody else was so far back.
Yeah, I was lucky I kept it in play all day. I was hitting it good off the tee. Greens were so fast. My speed was really good. So I just kept it in play. Just played smart and never really made a big number.
Well, that's the key. I don't care what flight you're in. That's really the key, right? With champ flight, there's no triple bogey rule, so you really have to make sure that you don't
get a 9 or a 10 up there.
Get a big number, because in champ flight there's really no coming back.
Yeah, mostly a lot of irons off the tee. Just keep it in play and make sure I give myself an opportunity to make a birdie or easy par ish.
Right. And then you go to Golden Bear, correct?
Yep.
Shoot a 71.
Yep.
Obviously it's an easier course, but how did you feel going into that course?
I just went to play golf. I wouldn't necessarily, it was easier, yes, but it was still trees everywhere.
Right.
Miss it off a tee, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And just the kind of same thing. Just make sure I hit in the fairway, put it on the green, give myself an opportunity. If I make birdie, great. If I make par, move on next hole and keep playing golf.
Yeah, and again, you still had a relatively clean card, 2 bogeys with 3 birdies, but you only let one person gain any strokes on you. They only gained 1 stroke on you.
Yeah.
So you really built on your lead.
Yeah. You just, I guess it just right. Just keep
It's a 3-day tournament. He's just focused.
And he's not like us regular people, right? We all like JoJo the circus clown and get all worked up. So you leave the course, Golden Bear. You've got, I think it was a 5 or 6 stroke lead. What was your thinking? From the time you left until you teed off in the first group this morning. If you say just keep it in play, I'm going to scream. What were you thinking?
Hopefully I wake up in the morning and keep playing golf, to be honest. No, it was a lot harder today with that lead. And then trying to, obviously you want to build on it. And for me, my game kind of just went downhill today, but I was able to still keep playing.
Good.
But it wasn't.
What, you still won by 4 strokes?
I did.
Yeah, I did. It was me. And you played in a stacked group. I mean,
all of them.
second single one of them.
Second place, Jeff Long.
Mm-hmm. And then the group right behind
the leader. I won last year.
Yeah. So, Joe's a 7-time national champion.
Yeah. Good, great golfer.
Lance Lacombe, we've had him on the show a couple of times. He's got Corbin. I mean, all guys that we talk about on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And again, Jeff was right behind you. Yeah. And I think at one point he was actually 2 strokes.
Yeah, it was close. I kept watching the leaderboard.
And so when you, and again, this is no knock on anybody, but when you beat that stacked field, that says something. And I would say you shot 78 today. Is that what it was? 78?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Wasn't very good, but it was good enough.
it's good enough. It's respect. And again, so we're gonna talk to I think the sea flight player that had a pretty good lead. As he was coming down the stretch, I was talking to someone. I said, look, he's got an 8-stroke lead. If he's a smart golfer, and I know the guy, and he is, he's just gonna he's not going for pins. He's not doing anything stupid. He's gonna just dink and dunk. And if he takes a bogey, it's fine. Don't take a double. Don't take a triple. He doesn't need birdies to win. Just
Which it almost makes it harder.
when you get inside your own head.
Yeah, but it makes it hard because you're like, oh, just be protected instead of you're one up and like you got to really play golf and like keep playing. It's just it's a big mind game out there when you're winning by.
But isn't that
shot?
It's also a big mind game when you shoot
100%. Why am I still playing golf?
Exactly. So what's next for you? Because this is a really big accomplishment. Again, playing the courses that you played in the conditions that you played in. What's next for you?
I guess just keep playing some Golfweek tour in Dallas.
All right. Well, I heard there's no competition in Dallas. They only get like 2 or 3 people. Heard they only get like 2 or 3 people at a tournament out there.
Not much. I'd take the Dallas field over anybody out here.
Well, right now I would too.
You did.
You did.
There's a bunch of guys that didn't show up that are just as good.
So who's your big competition in Dallas?
They're all of them. Phillips probably really good. Mason really good. All of them. It just depends what day we're playing golf. Anyone can shoot in the 60s any day. And the champ.
You got to challenge them to get them down here, Nick.
Yeah,
they need to. They need to come down here and do this. Yeah, and just so everybody knows, I'm joking about the Dallas tour. They've got the largest tour. They get 128, 130 some guys to every tournament. And
the director's okay. He's all right. There's a couple issues with him, but everything else is pretty good.
We'll talk about that later. So,
but yeah, the champ fight, we usually have 20, 30 guys every week. Most tours don't.
They don't. No. And that's what really, helps. It doesn't really matter what flight you're in. If you get 20, 30 guys in there, there's going to be good competition, and you've got to bring your A game to be able to
go every week.
Right. Well, Bryce, thank you so much for coming and joining us for a couple minutes. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
We'll see you here next year.
Yep, perfect,
brother.
Thank you. Congrats, brother. Thanks, guys.
All right. Next, we have our A-Flight champion. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Sokati Pavese from Tampa, Florida. Is that correct?
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I mean, you got a consistent week, 81, 79, 81. How do you feel now that you're a national champion?
Well, the whole 3 round, I feel nervous. But I just commit to it. And I enjoy playing with everybody. They're so friendly, so nice. But every stroke, I have to focus on it. I have a lot of trouble shot, but I just try to fix that problem. So
let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Srixon.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's got to be fast and got to be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Srixon.
So you shot 81 on Friday. The second most round of the day.
right.
Pretty good. So you go into day 2 as one of the leaders. So teeing off on hole 1 of the Jones course to me, which is great because Jones, you go out and you come back, so you don't have to take that long drive. What do you think of the Jones course?
I think it's beautiful. I love the layout and I love the green, and yes, I love the fairways. It's beautiful. What can I say? I think when I play golf, I focus on the layout,
Right,
and the green. So
yeah, so you were 2 over on the front, and then you get to the back, and that par 5 hole number 10 on the back. You know, you're hitting right into the wind, into the ocean. To me, that's one of my favorite holes on the island. Jones is one of my favorite courses. Everybody knows that, but that's one of my favorite holes on the island because of that. What was the wind like in your face on Saturday?
Wow. I think about 18 miles.
That's
18 miles.
Yeah, that's a standard, 6-shot hole for me.
Like my first shot, I hit into the bunker, and that's my second day.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I just tried to get out of the bunker, and I had trouble on that hole. Actually, I love that hole.
Is it, huh?
I do. Yeah.
But it's a tough hole. It's a pretty hole, but it's a tough hole. Even when the wind is down, because it's so hard because you always have that ocean wind in your face. So
And I believe it's uphill a little bit too.
Yeah, a little uphill.
Yeah.
Right. And so then you go back there for day 3.
Day 3.
Day 3, another 81. And I mean, that at that point, how are you feeling going from Saturday night into this morning?
Oh, Lord. Honestly, I woke up at 1 o'clock. I could not sleep.
Oh, no.
And I tried to close my mind, but I could not sleep. And I told my husband, I said, I'm just going to commit playing 18 hole and let the result come out by itself.
Right.
And I hit left and right. It's just like all over the place. But again, I tried to fix the problem. I had a lot of mistakes, but I tried to fix it, and it had just try to stay calm.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep the nerves down a little bit.
Oh my God. Yes, but I still have it.
But you shot 81 again, and you still won by 3.
Well, in golf, I believe in mindset.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, I made a lot of mistakes. I hit my drivers so bad. I have 230-yard shot to go, and then I tried to lay up in front of the bunker, and then I have 64 yards to go, and then I make one putt for par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So
when you knew?
Were you?
And that's not the 18 hole.
Oh, okay.
The 18 hole, I try to play like par 5 because it is kind of difficult dog leg.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just pretend like it's a par 5. And so I just hit straight, lay up, and then try to stay close to the green. But unfortunately, I went into the bunker, tried to get out, and tried to make 2 putts.
Again, a bogey on 18, that's fine.
Yes.
So were you watching the scoreboard? Were you on live score? Or were you just playing and found out afterwards?
I watch halfway.
Okay.
Then when I have a lot of nerve, I say I have to stop watching it. I have to try to focus on it, especially like I have 3 holes left. And, that is kind of like my heart is just like crazy. And so on the par 3 on the 17th, I hit off the green lawn.
Okay.
And almost out of bounds and in the deer footprint.
Oh, is your ball?
My ball. And I feel like, well, what I'm going to do? So I said, well, it is what it is. I just try to get it out, and I take 5. I'm happy, very happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, and again, you still win by 3. But congratulations, and thanks so much for spending a couple minutes with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed the tour.
Oh, thank you.
And I have to say that we have been blessed for this whole week. The weather is beautiful. Yeah.
It really is. All right, take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, we're here with the B flight winner and one of my playing partners this week, Mr. Michael Anderson, Cincinnati Dayton Tour. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
So we started Country Club of Hilton Head, first round. Shot at 83.
Yep.
How do you feel that went?
Well, I had great guys in my group, and I thought I played bad because I expected there to be a 75 due to the yardage being short. I was shocked that there was not, and I ended up playing a lot better. When I looked at the finals at the end of the round, I was like, oh, I'm not near as bad as I thought I was.
Right.
And I was actually very excited.
Yeah, I mean, you and me both shot at 83, and I think we were like the third group.
Yeah, we were.
So that's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
We were 1B.
so you're only 4 strokes back after day one. So you don't want to be in the lead after day one anyway.
No.
So you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
You had a birdie on number 9. That pay you out?
I had one. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's at least you had a birdie.
Yep.
So then you go over to Palmetto Hall, the Hills course over at Palmetto Hall. What did you think of that course?
I thought that was fun. I got to play it a few years ago in the senior, and I knew driver was not to play a lot.
Right.
It's just hit it to the dog legs and knock it up, and you get on, that's great. If not, chip up and just keep chugging along. Then I had my wonderful group mates cheering me along, most of them. I had one guy that was dead set on Texas winning, and well.
Oh, man.
So was your group that you played with on day 2 as good as a group that you played with on day 1? Be honest. Just because he's sitting there, you can be honest.
No, I had a great time with this young man.
I'm not saying you have a great time. I said, was it as good as?
It was, because I had one of the guys I had a player from day 1 in my group on day 2 and day 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
well, that's good.
We had a great time.
So really, what that tells me is you guys are battling. You battled for 54 holes.
We did.
That's.
We had a good old time, and we were cheering each other on the whole way.
Who was that?
I played with Jeremy on day 1 and day 3.
Jeremy who?
What was Jeremy's last name? He's
Hodge.
Yep, he's from the Augusta, Georgia.
Okay, good.
Tour.
Good.
And in day 2, we had Sean with us. I had him on day 1 and day 2. Sean, unfortunately, didn't make it to day 3 with me. But we had a good time. And they all cheered me on, wished me good luck on this morning.
Right. So the 4-stroke lead, or 4-stroke victory, I should say. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to be able to go take your picture and have a nice picture on the website.
So,
but again, congratulations. Thank you for beating me.
Oh, sorry about that.
And you have a good one.
Thank you.
We're with the Sea Flight winner from Columbus, Ohio, Kevin Brown. Kevin, congratulations on the win this week.
Thank you very much.
That's a great accomplishment.
Very proud of it.
So tell us about, you started the week at Oyster Reef.
Correct.
How'd your round go then?
Didn't start off too well. It was kind of tight there. And it's a lot of target golf. But once I got going, iron play was decent. And so I was able to get to the greens and make some putts. And so able to save some of my pars and that sort of thing.
So, you shot an 87, which was second highest score of the day.
Correct. I was surprised.
Yeah. Well, the winds were out there were blowing pretty good.
Yes, they were.
So the 87, low score of the day was Kevin LePage from the Charlotte Tour. He shot 85. So you were right there going into day 2.
Yeah, very happy when I saw the pairings the next day that I was in second place for the second group.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you went to my favorite course. Tim says every course is his favorite course, but my favorite course, Hampton Hall. How'd you do there? How'd you fare?
The fairways are a lot more open there, so I was able to really pull out my driver and kind of do some target golf with my driver, make sure I got some good angles in, and iron play was really good for me, and that's what really helped me to score so well the second day.
Yeah, you shot 79, which was low score of the day, low score of the tournament for Sea Flight.
Yes.
That's pretty good. But let's talk about Hampton Hall again, because it's one of my favorite courses.
It's one of mine too.
Well, because it's just, for guys like me and most guys, it's so wide open. I mean, you can really kind of just swing away, but you don't want to get in the rough. Once you get in the rough, what happens?
Yeah, your ball sinks down in, and then you're really trying to have to figure out which club you have to hit into the green.
Yep.
Kind of make sure it's hitting short of the pin because the greens don't hold real well. So it's kind of knowing the course from that perspective.
Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Srixon.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers. Only from Srixon.
But you had a relatively clean scorecard. Even though you had 2 doubles, you also had 2 birdies.
Yes.
So that really kind of, they cover each other up. Did you win any skin money on that?
I did. I got 1 skin.
All right. Better than nothing. Yeah, better than nothing. So, you've got a pretty good lead going into day 3. What was your mindset when you left the course Saturday till the time you teed off?
So Friday, when I left Oyster Reef, I was pretty down because I expected more from myself. And so I saw I was 6 shots back from the leader overall. And so when I found out, I had the second highest score in Oyster Reef. Okay, fine. Let's reset and go back to Hampton Hall and really play there and just see what we can do, because it's a course I feel fits me well. And so I was able to go into there with kind of a let's attack type of mindset.
And so you follow up today with an 83, again, second lowest score of the day. So, you didn't really play much different than yesterday.
No.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
But you had like an 8 or 9 shot lead for the majority of the day. So what was were you really trying to, go at pins and get birdies, or were you just kind of trying to play it safe?
It depended on the hole. So if I was close enough, say, 150 or so in, I was going at the pins, trying to get some birdies. I believe I only got 1, had a couple of opportunities I missed, but still I was trying for that. And then towards the end, it was let's make sure we avoid the big score, because that's where you can really screw up.
That's kind of what I was saying to somebody, because I was at Oyster Reef today and I was talking to someone. I said, look, he's got a pretty good lead. If I'm him and I know who he is and he's a smart guy, he's not bagging the ball. He's trying to play it safe. Take a bogey and move on. Don't take a double, but take a bogey. He doesn't need birdies, to move up the leaderboard or to win. Play safe, and you did that. You did have a couple hiccups on the back.
Yeah,
he took a penalty, so you took a triple, and then you took another double on the other par 3 on the back. But again, we MC
flight. You're going to make mistakes.
You're going to make mistakes, and they didn't hurt you. But you did have a birdie. You're gonna get paid out of that thing?
No.
That's right. You got the big pay.
Right. That's right. I'll take the trophy any day.
All right. So what are your thoughts? You've been around for a long time.
Yeah, I have.
Like 12 or 13 years
minimum.
I've seen you play pretty much that whole time. I'm really proud of you. What are your thoughts when you're accomplished?
Well, when I first came into the tour, I came in as a deflater and was really trying to just learn the game. I'd only been playing for a couple of years. I worked really hard, got myself up to where I was, got into the A flight at one point, but then, I didn't keep up with playing in the last couple of years. I haven't done much at all. And so this year was kind of like, all right, I want to play more. And so I just worked on my game. Hadn't worked out too well. I kind of peaked right now. So fantastic. Perfect timing. All right. I'll take that any day.
So what's next? Obviously you saw the big picture. You're going to have a big old picture of yourself. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but what's next for you?
I'm going to play the senior tour next week.
Awesome.
Okay. So
you're going to pull off the rare double?
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be. Last year we didn't have a double, but we had somebody who finished second. He finished second in D flight and then won. Yes, the second D flight for Golfweek and then won senior.
Yeah.
So you've got an opportunity to pull off that double.
Yeah, it's 2 different courses. I haven't played those courses in a long, long time, so I'm not sure what they're like. So I'll just have to see how it works.
Well, I'm sure you're going to do just fine. Don't let this one go to your head.
Right. You'll be fine.
All right, let's welcome the D-Flight national champion this year from Cincinnati, Dayton, Thomas Hargis. Thomas, congratulations and welcome, and thank you for spending some time with us when you should be out there, party.
Oh, no, it's fun. Thanks so much. Thanks for you guys doing this. This is awesome.
No, this is, it's actually our pleasure. This is the first time we're, actually interviewing winners on camera. Chris did it walking around last year
with a microphone.
We're trying to, as people say, just be better. We're trying to
up in the game,
trying to be
up in the game,
a little bit better. It's hard for us, because we're really down here, guys. So tell us about your first day. You played You played Golden Bear.
Yep.
On Friday. Tell us about your round.
It was fun. I get here on Monday because we don't have Bermuda in Ohio, so I'm like getting used to the opening the club face, and honestly, just getting here this year. My mom was diagnosed with cancer. She wanted home hospice, so I didn't even play a tournament.
Wow.
Until almost July or August.
Wow.
I got my 5 in, and then I had to go back to work and kind of scramble. So like the last, this is my 3rd year playing golf, and so every year I've conned my wife into coming up here. And so this is my 3rd year at Nationals in D-Flight, and I honestly wanted to qualify just to be here,
right,
and to enjoy the vacation, and just I wasn't even sure if I was going to play this year. So yeah, I played 2 practice rounds there, and it was fun. It was fun. I had a great group of guys. I knew I wasn't going to be running at the front of the pack, so I started on 17B or whatever, and we all know how that goes,
right?
And so it was just basically getting out of day 1 with my shirt on, and it was fun. It was a good group, and yeah, no, I was happy to be there. That's probably why I shot so well.
Well, yeah, you shot 87 the low round of the day.
Yes, it was. It was. And I'm still mad about the bogey I took on the last hole for the 3-putt. So, it was a good day. I think I birdied 1 hole, and there wasn't any major blow-up holes, which was the goal of the day. And so, yeah, it was nice.
Well, before we move on, you said you had to con your wife into coming to Hilton Head. It shouldn't be that hard.
Well, we like the resort. I will say that the beach helps. The beach helps, and we also stay after for about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, awesome.
Couple times. And so, when I'm playing, she's gracious enough to leave me alone until 3 or 4 o'clock, and then we go out and have dinner.
Right.
So for the next 3 days, there's no golf, there's nothing. We're going to go have some fun. So it's kind of
nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not.
So the second round, you go out to the hard course.
Yes.
And come out with a 90.
That saved my tail. That actually probably won me the national championship.
I would agree, because that's low round of the day, I believe.
Oh no, it was absolutely the low round. As a matter of fact, most of the flight was in the hundreds, and I took a practice round out there, and I happened to catch a little side note that said we share caddies with the big Hilton Head course, Harbor Town. Thank you, and the Adrenaline.
Right.
And I called down there. I was like, "You got a caddy that knows this course?" He goes, "We do." I was like, "Get me him tomorrow for my tee time." I was on the 4th hole, and it was windy, just like it's been all week. And he looked at me and he goes, "Put your driver in your bag, tee that down, and just hit your 3-wood and 4-wood all day." And that's all I did. I shot piercers down the lane, and the greens were lightning fast. And I played a course. It used to be a PGA qualifier, Clovernook in Cincinnati. So I'm used to the fast greens. And so it was just a matter of playing bogey ball, staying out of major trouble. And, we all thought we were playing badly until we looked at the scores at the very end. And matter of fact, I think my playing partner, he and I both stayed in the same group, and I think he shot like a 96, I believe it was. Zach. He shot like a 96, and he thought he shot himself out of it. And I said, I was like, there's no way everybody else played better than we did today. Like the course was that hard.
Well, I mean, the neat thing about D-Flight is all of them are playing that course.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not competing, like in the other flights, you're not competing against somebody on a different course.
Right,
So you
know how everybody's doing.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody's going to play the same hazards, the same wind, the same garbage, the same thing. And so, I mean, honestly, that's why I love the Golfweek Tour, because I'll play some PGA events with handicaps, but look, we're all on the same flight. You shoot what you shoot. Everybody's playing, and there's no jockeying trying to inflate or deflate your handicap. Everybody's on the same playing field. Right. You shoot what you shoot, and everybody's got to play with the same garbage.
Right.
So that absolutely won me. Especially after I played today. Today was like riding a bull. I said that yesterday, but today was even worse. It was just
yeah. When we look at your scores from Atlantic Dunes, you said after the 4th hole, he told you to put away. You tripled one.
No. In the practice round, I had a practice round with because I was playing in driver, and the wind just kept taking it. And like after the 4th hole, he's like, "This is ridiculous." He's like, He's like, "Let me see you hit your 3-wood. Let me see you hit your 5-wood." And he's like, "Put the thing in your bag. Just play with that 3-wood 5." The first hole was bad luck. I actually hit a beautiful 5-wood, and it took a bad hop off the fairway and hit in the water. And then we ended up in a bad spot where I got caught in the wind, and then it went in the water. On the other side, because I, like an idiot, I played for the hole instead of just trying to save the stroke and get my bogey and get off. I was trying to play for the pin like an idiot, and then I forgot there was water, and then I went. get myself back under control. But yeah, no, it wasn't a bad day. I didn't do anything to hurt myself.
Yeah, even today you shot 94.
Oh, it was horrible.
So, but
yeah,
you know, you had I wouldn't say you had a big lead going into day 3, but you had
I think it was 8 strokes.
Yeah.
It was 8 strokes over by playing partners. And Tony came out of nowhere. Tony, like, what did he shoot a day? He shot a 90. At one point, he was shooting like an 84. He was tracking for an 84. And I think it actually, so my driver was on. I just couldn't find my irons. And I was readjusting back to the slower green speeds at Golden Bear. And so there were a couple of like really stupid shots that just wouldn't fall. My irons weren't working. And it got to 13, Tony cut it to 2. And I was looking at the scoreboard at that point, and I'm like, I didn't get together because I started doing range drills just to get the ball down the middle of the fairway and playing for bogeys. And I hate to say it, but like, unfortunately, Tony had a bad 15, 16, 17. He hit 2 in the woods in both of those holes. It's super tight if we go down to the end. I did par 18.
Well, you parred 14.
That's right. I went on the run. Yeah, that's right.
You were 3 over the last 5, and that's
yes.
And let's think about this.
Yeah,
under pressure for a national championship, a D-flight player, Chris. Now, again, I'm not downplaying.
No. Tournament golf is incredibly a mental game.
3 over to win the national championship. 3 over the last 5 to win the national championship. That's a lot of effort.
Very solid. Thank you. I didn't even think about it like that. No, that's a good way to put it.
I hope your mom is.
Oh, you know what? I say this all the time. Most people don't get to spend time with their parents with dying, you know. And for my brother and I, we flew down there and we spent time with her, and you don't get that back, you know. And so it was the right choice to be. And then I had to get back to the companies and do what I needed to do to do that. And so playing here was really an enjoyment. Like the fact that we weren't even sure even a month ago that we could afford to be here, we could be here, and all that stuff. And so, it's kind of emotional to be here and just to see how it worked out. And you know, I mean, I'm sitting in the cart on maybe like 9 or 10 going, I'm coughing this up. I'm just absolutely doing it. And so, yeah, bearing down those last rails, I didn't realize I shot that well in the last 5. But yeah, no, it was fun. This is always fun.
We're glad you're here and so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for all you guys do.
Congrats.
Appreciate you.
Take care of yourself. We'll definitely see you here next year.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you have to convince your wife next year too, but, you know, hopefully she'll say, okay.
As long as we're at the Omni, I think she's good.
All right, Tyler. Take care, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we're here with the 2024 Senior Amateur Tour National Champions. It's been a great season, and we're here with the Champ Flight champion, Chuck Kirk from Jacksonville. Chuck, congratulations on the win, bud.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You had a really good 2 days. You finished at 3 under. How are you feeling right now?
Tired but happy. No doubt about it. There's a lot of good competition here, and I was just fortunate to get out on top of it.
Yeah, you know, we talk a lot about, you know, if you go to regionals, there's really good competition. But coming down here for a national championship, these are the best players across the country, and you beat a really stacked field.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with everybody I was playing against. I was just, like I said, fortunate to make it out.
So let's go back to yesterday's round. You played at Fazio. You shot even par 70 yesterday. What's it like? Because we haven't been on the Fazio course in a while. What's the course?
It was. I had never seen it either, so it was an absolutely beautiful conditions. A little trickery there and there, but as far as carry and some target lines, but for the most part, it was very true for what you saw. And it's a course I hope we get to play again. It's well worth it. Unfortunately, they don't have a range,
right?
So I had to come over here in the dark and hit balls for a 5-minute drive to the other place. But it worked.
It worked out. Just take what you can get. You know?
Yes, sir.
So you end up with 3 birdies, 3 bogeys. Did you get any skin spouts on those? Or
no, sir.
No.
Not unless Dennis kept in, didn't tell me.
Yeah, that's possible too. You know, yesterday was skins across the whole national championship. 3 flights only had 1.
Actually, our flight only had 1 yesterday. Yeah. It was over 1,000, so it was a good day for him.
Very good day. And then today you played over at Hilton Head National, which everybody knows that's one of my favorite courses. You shot 3 under. Tell me about it.
I mean, it started out pretty quick. Not normally a quick starter, and birdied the first hole from about 15 foot. And I was like, okay, here we go. But the guy who was in second also birdied it. So I was like, well, we're going to keep this going as far as we can. And I just wanted to be steady all day, and I was fortunate enough to be able to do that. Didn't put myself in any real trouble. I had one bad drive that kind of put me in a weird spot, but I was able to get out of it with a good par. And the other guys struggled in that hole, and that's where I got my gap in my lead and was just able to finish up strong.
Yeah, and so again, you won by 3 strokes. Second place, there was 2 tied for second. John Fryman from Columbus and Jay Barnes, which is also
played with Jay today.
So again, you're going head to head, really for 36 holes, and to have a 3-shot win like that, that's pretty solid.
Well, like I said, I was fortunate enough not to make the mistakes that they unfortunately did, and that just kept me in front of them, and I was able to, like I said, hold on to the end.
Yeah, I think in champ flight, that's one of the biggest difference in flights. Can't make mistakes. In the other flights,
costly.
So if you make a mistake in champ flight,
right.
it costs you. The other flights, okay, you can make mistakes. It's cutting down on the mistakes.
Correct. So or being able to get out of them without any real damage.
Right. So what advice would you give to the higher handicappers? That's a question I like to ask all the champ flight winners, because a lot of people come with a little bit different mentality and how they approach each course and each round. What advice would you give to the higher handicappers, to get them to shave a stroke or 2 off their scores?
Well, I'm fortunate I get to play a lot of competitive golf, so I've gotten comfortable, and that's something that they probably need to do too, play more competitive golf so they are used to playing under pressure.
Right.
And, work on your short game.
Right.
Really, that made a difference. You'd be surprised, especially some of the higher handicappers like 15 to 20, they can get down to 10 in single digits just by being able to get them down a couple more times around versus what they're able to do now.
Exactly.
And it's just work. I love practice, so it's okay for me, but some people just don't have the time to get out and look, and play, or their course is just not a good condition to get anything out of it. So I would say short game and just get comfortable playing golf.
Right.
In a competitive spirit.
Well, Chuck, congratulations on the national championship.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you next year.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
All right, bud. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, we're back here with the A-Flight champion, Hawk Hawkins from Norfolk, Virginia. He's with the Southern Virginia Tour. It's called
Absolutely. Yep. Southern Virginia.
Congratulations on the national championship.
I appreciate it.
How you feeling?
Great, actually. Still unbelievable.
You sat down and you asked how I was. I said, not near as good as you. And you said, you're right.
You're right. Because I'm doing pretty good.
That's awesome. You win national championship, you got to be doing pretty good. So you played 2 really good courses. You played the 2 hills courses. You played Palmetto Hall Hills course, and then today you finished up over here, Arthur Dunes, Palmetto Dunes, Arthur Hills course. What's the difference between the 2 courses for you?
I tell you what, the course today, of course, it was my first time playing both courses.
Okay.
So what I noticed today was, placing the ball not on a hill. I mean, the difference was the hills within the fairways, obviously affecting your lie. So that was the main difference. And I thought the course yesterday played a little bit more difficult.
Okay. It is. That's kind of a difficult course. I think this course is a little bit more difficult, but I shoot 150 each time, so don't worry about that. So, yesterday over at Palmetto Hall Hills, you shot 78, 2 strokes back. To walk me through the round.
Well, I mean, I had a pretty consistent round from start to until I made a triple bogey.
Yeah.
I think I was 2 over through 15 holes.
Okay.
And I got to a par 4, water to the right, out of bounds left. Wanted to stay away from the water. It was about 220 to get to the water. And just trying to play conservative, and got too conservative and hooked it left. And I think that was a telltale of me dropping because I was leading by 2 going into that hole. And of course, that dropped me down into 5th, which was still acceptable.
Right.
First day, you just can't lose it.
Right. And really, you don't want to be leading the first day anyway.
I didn't.
You really don't. That's why nice job with that.
I did not. I didn't want to sleep on a lead.
So well, tell me about your mentality. Again, you're 2 strokes back. I mean, like I said, you were in 5th. You're in striking distance. Again, knowing you got to play well. What's your mentality going through? When you're leaving here till you get to the course this morning.
Well, actually, I wanted to get here, which I did. Get here about an hour early. I wanted to get on the range and get some range work in. go through my bag, which I was able to do that. And then my focus was to just stay ahead of the game from start to finish, which all I wanted to do was make pars, greens and regulations. And I wasn't able to do that, but yet still I was able to, my short game helped me out, chipping, and my putting was pretty good. So I stayed consistent with trying to make pars and staying away from those big numbers. And I was able to do it with the exception of one hole. And I think that's that particular hole, I was putting for a double.
Okay.
So I was looking dead in the eyes of a triple, and which I didn't want to do. And I made that putt, and believe it or not, that kind of brought me back to where I needed to be.
Well, you shot 75 today. 3 over here on this course is not bad. Now, Ronnie Abbott from Louisiana shot the low round day at 73.
Yeah.
So +1. I mean, he really moved up the leaderboard.
Absolutely, he did.
But you played. You were going head to head with Duke Sturgis from Indianapolis and Dwayne Divers from Jacksonville, all day today.
All day.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, they, it was pretty relaxed from the first tee. Introduced each other, and but I could see the tenacity.
Oh yeah,
the tension was there. You could feel it. We wanted each and everybody to play well, but those two guys, I think I trailed them for most of the day until about halfway through, and I kind of moved up a little bit, and I just stayed ahead of them. Try not to make those mental mistakes, which I think I did okay with that.
I think you did just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, because you walked away with a, I think it was a two-stroke victory.
Yeah.
Over Duke.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, that's a two-day total, 153. So you were 9 over for 36 holes. That's pretty good grind. That's pretty good playing right there.
Yeah, it was a grind, especially today. The course is challenging. And,
no doubt.
Got to be strategic. So,
and Air Force veteran.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for your service.
My pleasure.
Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a bunch.
And good luck, and we'll see you next year.
Thanks a bunch.
Take care, all.
Appreciate it.
All right, back with the B-Flight national champion. You probably recognize him from just a few minutes ago. This is one of the rare doubles that we've had. We've got Michael Anderson from the Cincinnati Dayton Tour. He won B-Flight Golfweek National Championship, and now he's here and followed that up with the Senior National Championship. Mike, congratulations again. That's pretty awesome. So, I was with you a little bit last week, and I was with you today, and first thing today's was really back and forth. Today's round was really back. We'll come back to that because I was following that because I was really at your course. But tell me about your round yesterday over at Oyster Reef because you finished 78 low round of the day, one shot in the lead.
Mm-hmm. I had 23 putts for the day. My group was giving me a hard time. Anything that was inside 25 feet, it went in the hole. So they were like, "Why are you even putting that? Just pick it up and let's go. Save us some time."
Okay, next time I will.
But for real, that's what happened. And this morning they were making fun of it. They go, "Are you even putting today, or are you just picking them up?" And they were saying, "I hope we putt like you today."
And you said, "I hope you don't."
Well, no, I said I would play well. There's you the best.
There you go. There you go. So did you feel any pressure at all, going into today, knowing because you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you were low round, 2 of the 3 days in Golfweek.
The second day for sure. No, I wasn't. That was second day. I was not. There was a 78 and a 70.
But you were right at the top.
I went in 80 on the second day. First day was 83, so I know it wasn't. The last day was 82, I think, which was close. I just played really consistent on that one.
Yeah, but again, you were right up top of the leaderboard. So you've been top of the leaderboard, for 5 straight rounds.
Yeah.
So did you feel any pressure going into?
There was
today?
more pressure today.
Why is that?
Well, after I hit 8 provisional drives today, I only had to use 3 of them.
Okay. Whoa.
So yeah, it could have went way sideways. I got lucky on a bunch of couple bounces off the trees, and we were joking around. I'd hit a tee shot, even though it hit the green. They go, "You hitting a provision?" It got to that point.
Okay.
just a nice running joke that we had going. I mean, today, when everybody started to get on a little bad stretch, somebody in the group just walked over, hey, head up, let's go. You're still in this. Let's go. Come on, you got this. And we cheered each other on, and I think we finished 1-2, and the other guy was tied for third.
Yeah, and so let's talk about that today because again, you guys were going back and forth, back and and actually Mitch was in first place up through 16, and he had some trouble.
He hit his tee shot on 17 to par 3, pushed it right, and it plugged in the bunker, and he had a few issues there.
Yeah, so Mitch finished tied for third out of the Augusta Tour. Mark Clegg, tour director, out from Southern Florida, tied for third.
And Wilson.
And Wilson Shelton.
He was in my cart today.
What you? He was plus 16. You were plus 15. Wilson from Central Carolina.
Ben was in the cart today.
But that's got to be fun, though. I mean,
we were having
back and forth.
We were having a good old time, and we were cheering each other on. We didn't look at the board until like hole 13 or 14, and they go, well, you guys know you're like 1 or 2, or you guys are going back and forth all day long. And we're like, well, we're cheering each other on.
That's it.
We didn't care who won as long as there's somebody in our group.
And again, and that's part of the thing about the tour, right? I mean, especially with the senior tour, it's not. Yes, everybody's competing hard. Everybody's wants to win. Everybody wants to do that, but not at the expense of other fight partners. That's all.
I mean, we were having so much fun with each other on the last hole in 18. One of the guys hooked his tee shot. It hit one of the decks, and we didn't see where it came off. So we went and identified his ball. We go, hey, is this yours with the 3 marks here? And then, of course, one of the other true B flighters goes, with the gray paint on it.
There you go. Oh, God, that's awesome. Well, Michael, again, thanks for spending some time. I know I interrupted your championship duties.
I'd rather do this than that.
Oh, no, I understand. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we will see you next year.
Absolutely, I will be here.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we're back with the Sea Flight National Champion, Dave Mullis from Southern Virginia. Dave, congratulations on it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was a struggle today.
Well, you played a really good round today. You led.
It was fight. I was fighting it.
You shot 86. Low round today was 85.
Yeah.
So I mean, you were right there. You were one shot off the lead yesterday at Robbers Row.
Right.
So we haven't been to Robbers Row in a number of years. What were your thoughts on that course?
I thought the fairways were a little lacking, and the greens, they were a little bumpy, but they were faster than the greens were today.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a fun day yesterday.
Well, walk me through the round yesterday, because again, you didn't you shot 85 yesterday.
Yeah.
Low round was 84. So you're one back.
I struggled again yesterday. I had 5 double bogeys. And so that was just kind of like, I kept pounding my head against the wall. It just seemed like, I started out on 17, and I thank Dennis for putting me on the number 2 handicap hole on the first day. I questioned his parentage, but that's okay. And then got double bogey on right off the bat, and played a little bit better, birdied one, and went on from there to play, have a decent round, but those doubles kept popping in somewhere. And I just wasn't pleased with how I played either. I'm glad I played well enough, but I could have done better.
Well, so you were in the third group today.
Mm-hmm.
So again, right there at the top. Who did you play? Who were your players?
Tim, and I can't remember, Tim Wall, and then Bob, and I think it was Mike. Not Mike. I've forgotten him. So,
well, that's all right. They didn't win any. So, no offense.
I tell you what, the foursome I had today was absolutely great. We had an absolute marvelous time out there, laughing and joking, and really it was right off the bat. We were all relaxed and enjoying ourselves. So it wasn't one of those tense rounds where you go out there and fight or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed the day.
I talk to people a lot about one of the differences between the senior tour and the Golfweek tour. a lot of same guys play or play on both. But, when you come to the senior tour, it just seems a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more laid back.
Well, I've played both. I played many years on the regular tour at Virginia Beach, and then only about the last 4 years have I played just concentrate because I can't hit it with the big boys anymore. That's a struggle. But what was really interesting today, I'm a retired naval aviator, but the airplane that won my airplane actually flew over on the 16th hole. Okay. And that kind of got me kick-started again because I was kind of down after couple bogey and that. So that was kind of fun.
What'd you fly?
I flew E2Cs.
Okay. Awesome.
So I scared myself way too many times and avoid the boat, but that's all right.
That's all right. That's all right. You're here with us.
I'm on this side of the divot. That's all that counts.
Exactly. And we've got... Yeah, there are so many of our members that are military, prior military, retired military, and you're like the fourth aviator that I talked to.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've got some F-16 pilots, A-10 pilots. Talked to somebody last year who was a F-16 pilot, and his son was an F-16 pilot as well. So they were like one of the only two father-sons flying at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. And thank you so much for your service.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, you guys. Yeah.
I'm an Army guy.
Okay, well.
Exactly. You know how to
go. Navy beat Army,
Well, Dave, thank you so much for to take some time with us. I know you've got championship duties that you have to go do. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next.
Thank you again.
Take care, buddy. The final national championship of 2024, and you could probably see right behind us, we've got our first back-to-back winner in forever, I think, outside of Champ Flight. Robert, congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
I mean, we did it by phone last year. This time I get to shake your hand.
Thank you.
This is an awesome accomplishment going back-to-back. What do you think?
Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
So tell me about it. Tell me about it yesterday. You played, actually, you played right here at the Hills course. Tell me about the round.
I was so nervous coming into that first round. I said this last year and I'll say it again. All I wanted to do was just bogey golf. And I think I accomplished that with a 91.
Yeah, you shot 91 here yesterday, which is a really good score.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It was just nervous the whole time, just trying to keep up with everybody and sticking to the game plan. And
right. Well, but so you had low round of the day was 90 by Jody Broussard. So you're one shot back. You're in the lead group. What again? What are you thinking? Because so let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Last year you finished second in Golfweek, right? And didn't tell anybody. And then you won the seniors.
Okay. Yeah.
So you come into Golfweek. You didn't have as good a year Golfweek, but you were top 20.
Tied for 19. Yeah, tied 19. Yeah.
So again, that's still pretty good. Out of 128 golfers, really pretty good. Then you come into the senior tour, and you're one shot off the lead. What kind of pressure was it?
It was a lot of pressure. I'll tell you that right there. It was a lot. Just trying to figure out, hate to say this, just trying to keep up with the other guy.
Right.
Watch what he's doing. Keep all those strokes and all that stuff. It was kind of tough.
Well, you
do all that.
But you're playing with him. You're going back and forth with him, all day long, right? So you shot 89. Jody shot 91.
Yeah.
So I mean
that him by a stroke, right?
Yeah. So he had you by a stroke day one. You beat him by 2 strokes today. So that's where you have the the one shot victory. But again, that's 18 holes of back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I told you before we got on here that I was following you all day.
That's so cool. Yeah,
because I'm saying I'm hoping he does it because we haven't done it in forever. I was, truth be told, I was following 3 people. Okay, so following Michael Anderson, the B Flight National Champion, Kevin Brown from the C Flight because he won the golf weekend, and he had a really good day, but didn't get it done. That sounds bad, but didn't win. And then you. So
I didn't look at the scores at all. I think I told you that before. I try not to look at the scores, but this time when we made the turn, I go, I'm going to go ahead and take a peek.
Okay.
And I think he was up one stroke on me.
Okay.
I think he was. And then after that, it was like, all right, now I got to grind a little bit.
Right.
Stay on track. Watch what he's doing. Okay. See where I'm at. And he had a couple bad shots, and I capitalized on them, and then I just stuck with it. And then one hole, I think it was like 17. I think we was maybe tied, and we double bogeyed that last one. In the last hole, number 18, he got caught in the sand, kind of checked it out, and then I end up capitalizing on that one. So.
But again, it's almost like match play at that point, right? When you're down to the last 9 holes and you're either tied or up one, back one, whatever it is. I mean, there's a couple different philosophies about going about it, but you have to make sure that you don't make a big mistake, and that you know.
My biggest mistake right now, which I think he ended up catching me, was a par 3. I ended up tripling that thing.
Yeah, hole 16, you did triple.
I tripled that one, and that's when I started thinking about all the scores. I'm thinking, yeah, he's close to me right now. So I think we was tied at that point.
Okay.
And then
I think you're right. You're right, because it was tied. And actually, last score that I saw when my cards started coming in and started verifying those cards is you were tied through 35 holes. And so if you look at the last hole, you bogeyed, he doubled. And that was a clincher.
That was it. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can't believe it. Okay. Cannot believe it. Yeah. I didn't think I would do it back to back.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, hold on before we go. What are you going to do? Because now you got space for 2 of these?
I don't know what we'll do with them, man. But it's going to look good.
Yeah, it's going to look real good.
It's going to look good on the wall. Yes.
Robert, take care of yourself. We'll see you next year. And thanks a lot for following us this year. We'll see you all again next year here in Hilton Head for the 2025 Senior Amateur Tour and Golfweek Amateur Tour National Championships. Take care. National Championship week or week and a half is now officially over. Time to start thinking about the 2025 season. What are your thoughts, your overall thoughts about the year?
Year was successful. Accomplished a lot of goals. We talked about in the opening. Really happy with what I did. Can't wait for the next season, January. New chapter. I mean, we've talked about it. A-flight. We'll see how it goes, but got to get some work done in this off season. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll lay out a plan. There's, I thought the season went really well. I mean, from the golf, from the podcast, some of the things that we did. There's going to be some new changes. Like if you're seeing video now, video is going to become a
big thing.
A big thing. I'm not sure when the regional series is going to be announced, but
I'm pretty sure we'll know it because we got to plan something. You keep telling me we're going to travel a lot.
Well, yeah, we're going to do some traveling. Hopefully we get some more sponsors because that's really what we need to be able to fund these things. We're neither one of us are independently wealthy.
No.
So we need some sponsors to do that. But again, I can't thank the sponsors that we had this year enough for all the support that they gave us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dennis and Jennifer, the tour directors, the members, really supporting us and the podcast and what we do. It's really been a blessing.
Yeah, it has. And I mean, being able to be recognized at the directors meeting is just awesome. Another chapter. And now we're going to have another season. It's more fun. And I got to start shaving more if I'm going to be on video.
Shaving more, got to get.
I got to do my hair now and all this stuff.
I'm not doing any of that stuff. This is just my face, right? Nobody wants to see that. But anyway, this is what we're going with. But yeah, a lot of good things coming. As everybody knows, registration opens up on Black Friday. Our next episode is November 18th.
Right before Black Friday. So again, thank you everybody for all your support this year. I think it's been a wonderful year, very successful for the tour, for us individually, the podcast, and can't thank you enough. Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate it all.
All right, y'all. Take care. Chris, we didn't do it again.
What didn't we do?
We didn't say how to join the tour.
That's right. It's simple. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership.
Thanks, Chris. Membership for 2024 is open, so register today to join the oldest, largest, and best amateur tour in the country.